Good morning, everyone. Good evening. Uh, what I want to start today is meditation for an inward balance. That's what talk is on today, is to talk about the inward balance, the vibration within the inward balance of our lives. And meditation, I was taught always in my life to do meditation, and that was as a young child. And there's different forms of meditations, different forms that could work for different people and how they meditate. And what I wanted to do our class, this conference, this call, was to allow you to understand there are different forms. So this is once you have to follow a guide or follow a vibration, say, I've got to do it this exact way, and this is the only way that I need to do it. Because your body, your system, your vibration, your life might do it a whole different way, a whole different vibration within your life. So don't feel like if you can't get something with your meditation, maybe you're doing the meditation wrong for you. So it's trying different meditations, trying different vibrations of how to get yourself for an inward balance, a vibration within you. So if we do an analytical meditation, that is focusing on something, focusing on an object, focusing on a vibration. So if you see a rose in your mind's eye, you see a rose, you have this rose in your vibration, in your mind's eye. What you're going to do is you're going to keep staring at it and become the rose, and become the vibration, be part of the situation in front of you. So you're going to focus on that vibration. I used to, when I was a kid, we used to have to set a candle out in front of me. And through the meditation, I would sit and stare at the candle. And every time my mind would waver, it would go off somewhere. I'd see some spirit, or I would get a light, or something would happen, and I would venture into a different direction. I would bring my vibration or bring my focus back to the candle. So it's an analytical meditation. It's bringing your focus back to teaching yourself to focus. So to teach yourself to be able to quiet your mind, because if all these distractions are making you not get yourself to where you need to be, what's going to happen is you are going to throw yourself off balance, because you're not going to get into the meditation, you're not going to see the stuff you're supposed to see, and you'll lose that concentration within the vibration. You can do body scanning. Body scanning is this through your body, focusing attention on different parts of your body, and observing it without judgment, just observing your vibration. Body scanning your vibration, allowing pain to go away. I do a lot of that when I'm doing healing, or the vibration with healing. Especially if I'm in pain, I start to scan the vibration, scan the body to see where the vibration is, where the situations are. So doing body scanning is another way to do meditation. Breath meditation, breathing, learning how to breathe, and focusing on your breath, inhaling, exhaling. When I teach in my class, I teach people, we all breathe different. I could breathe in for 8, hold it for 9, breathe out for 6. I might not breathe exactly the way you do. I'm going to breathe in a different vibration, a different situation within my breath, breathing in. But during the breath meditation, you're teaching yourself to breathe in for a certain number of minutes, not minutes, seconds, and hold the breath, and then breathe out. And try to figure out how is the most comfortable vibration for you as you breathe. I teach individuals when they breathe to focus their intent on their third eye, on their vibration of their third eye. That's what I teach people to do. I teach them to focus on their third eye. Breathe as if you see a waterfall coming through your third eye. See a waterfall coming through your body as you breathe through your third eye. What you're trying to do with that is to open up the pineal and the hypothalamus. You're trying to open those up to allow them to secrete into your system, to allow you to elevate the energy, to elevate the vibration. So you're trying to focus on the third eye. Slightly look up into your third eye. They're all crazy with it, but slightly look up in your third eye and allow the breath to come through your third eye. When you're breathing through your nose, breathe as if you're breathing through there, through the vibration of your third eye. And then hold it in your lungs and then breathe out. And find your own personal rhythm of breath, your personal rhythm of this vibration. And just sit. Take time just to sit. I tell people you don't have to meditate in your car when you drive, but just while you're driving your car, just concentrate on your breath. How are you breathing? How's your breath going in, going out? Are you holding it for a certain number of seconds, breathing out for a certain number of seconds? How do you feel most comfortable breathing? So you want to do that because that helps with mediumship. It also helps with getting in contact with people on the other side. Because if you understand how you breathe, you're not going to have to concentrate on it when you're in meditation. So you'll automatically be in that breath mode. So no matter what's going on in the meditation, you're not going to lose sight. What people do is they see something, they go, and they go that, and the energy, the vibration that they saw, that they had in motion within their life, dissipates. So then they try to breathe again and try to bring it back, trying to bring it back into the vibration. So concentrate on your breath, breath meditation. Focus on love and gratitude. It's another way of getting your attention, focusing attention to a sacred object or a being, protecting feelings of love and gratitude into your thoughts. You can focus on a guide, focus on a religious figure. You focus on something to bring you love and gratitude. Love, gratitude within the vibration. Fill your energy field with love and gratitude. No matter what you're going through, try to fill it with love and gratitude. We have, as I've said before with classes, we have 10 to 15 guides that follow us. They follow us throughout our lives. 10 to 15. Now, out of all those guides, you handpick them. So now all those guides are with you, and they're going to help you. They're going to help you to focus the energy because they really want you to speak to them. They really want you to have that personal connection with them. So they're going to move that in a direction within your life. So focus on love and gratitude. A lot of people like guided meditation. Some people don't. Some people do not like being told what to do or where to go. So they're not going to follow somebody on the path. By getting a good guided meditation that takes you on the journey. You might not follow the journey. You might not follow it. But allows you to take you on the journey. And not the destinations where this is like you're going to get the temples of inspiration, meditation. So you're going to go to the temples. But it's not actually all about the temples. It's all about the journey that from when you close your eyes, how you get to the temples. Not the temples. The temples will be okay, but it's how you arrive at the temples. Gets you that vibration, that attention within your auric field. So if you close your eyes and you see a guide appearing in front of you, and that guide appears quite often when you close your eyes to get ready for meditation. You usually have a joy guide or a protector for you, getting you ready for the journey. Then when you start to make your movement, or somebody says, oh, we're going to walk outside now, take a breath, we're going to go outside. When you go to walk outside, or you go down a staircase, or you go down somewhere, what do you first see when you step your foot off? What are you first feeling? You feel some kind of energy, some kind of color, some kind of light? What do you sense? What do you feel? Those are all messages. Those are messages from guides. There are messages to get you to where you need to be. They're this message situation for you. So ask yourself, what am I seeing? When you look at a gate and somebody says, we're going to walk through a gate, and you have no gate, doesn't mean you have to inspire a gate. It means that there is no gate. That is what your guides are trying to show you. If a big heavy gate, a stone gate, it doesn't matter. It's what they're trying to show you, what they're trying to propel within your vibration during a guided meditation. So you're trying to find either somebody speaking in a guided meditation, or you're trying to find some really good music to set things in motion. With me, I kind of really like piano music. I love piano music to meditate with. There's one on the market that was many years ago. I don't know if it's still in the market. It was called Angels in the Rain. And I love that piano music to meditate to. Now, that works for me. That fits the vibration. If I play that low in the vibration, I allow that to play, it sets me in a vibration, a mode to meditate, to get connected to where I am. So, but find some music. Find something that keeps you balanced, keeps you in this upliftment situation. So you're trying to uplift your vibration, not pull your vibration down. You're trying to uplift it, not pull it down in the vibration. Mindful meditation is focusing completely and being mindful of the present moment. Focusing on and sensations of the body. So if we do that in our lives, we focus on our body, our vibration. That's a lot like focusing on the body scanning. That was one of the meditations. This is mindfulness meditation, focusing on the body, focusing on uplifting the energy, bringing energy into the vibration, bringing energy into your auric field, bringing vibration into your body. You're looking for a mindfulness meditation. Then there's transcendental meditation. That's repeating a mantra. Repeating a mantra. Having a mantra that you keep repeating. Having this mantra that you keep doing in the vibration as you meditate. I'll do meditation sometimes. I'll have my beads, and I will start doing some kind of mantras with the beads, and start counting the beads, and start meditating with the beads, and doing that kind of meditation. That gets me very focused, very connected, very focused to where I am, very focused in the vibration. And then there's walking meditation. That's one of the meditations I really like. I walk my dog a lot. I do a lot of walking. So walking meditations is letting yourself be in the moment, be in the vibration. Subtle moments of you just walking, of bringing that, walking the vibration, walking, putting yourself in that situation. Meditation, as I explain to my students, is the doorway to mediumship. It's not all say mediumship. I've known some mediums, some people that do mediumship, and they don't meditate. They just don't meditate. They don't feel comfortable meditating, so they don't. But I feel like the doorway to be where we need to be has to be through meditation. Because we're always in situations within our lives that throw us off balance. They throw us completely off balance in our lives. Relationships, friends, job, career, choices, situations in our life throw us off balance. So through meditation, what you're doing is you're bringing yourself back to balance. You're connecting to that balance within you. Now allowing somebody else to balance you, but allowing yourself to balance your vibrations. So that's what the meditation comes into effect with, because you have to be this, you have to be a clear channel for spirit, a clear channel for spirit. So if the channel is blocked and it's not really working the way it should work, then you're not going to be able to say, oh yeah, I'm a clear channel for spirit. But if you haven't cleared the channel, haven't redone, reset, re-envisioned the channel, then you might have an issue with trying to do your mediumship. And meditations are not this whole thing like, Lewis, we're going to do meditation, and that's going to make me an awesome medium. Well, it takes time. It's not like overnight you just start meditating today, and tomorrow we're in full conversation with spirit. It is this journey, this vibration of journey. And I've understood that through the years that I've been doing mediumship. It is a journey with your guides. It's not like a race to get to where you need to be. I had an old teacher one time asked me when I was doing my mediumship, she looked at me and she said, well, what's the hurry? And I understood that to mean that there was no why rush. Just allow yourself to develop, to move in the direction you feel most comfortable for you. Because if you don't, you could throw yourself completely off balance, completely out of sync with the meditation, the vibration within your life. So it's finding the meditation. You might like one of those meditations. You might find another kind of meditation, another kind of vibration you do. But I get quiet. I have a cat. I have a smaller space in my room that I meditate in. That's what I do. I have a smaller space that I meditate in. And then what happens is I don't have to fill the whole room with my energy. I don't have to fill a large room with my energy. I don't have to fill a large space. I've got a small space to fill with my energy, to build the energy within that space, to build the vibration of who I am in that space, to allow the guides to come in. So that's why mediums, that's why cabinets were used in the day. Some people could say that cabinets were so people could do some kind of shady stuff in the cabinets. But cabinets work very well for meditation, the quiet meditation. Sacramento by Mooney, but he used to have those rooms that you'd go into a great big mirror and sit in the chair and sit there and stare at the mirror, stare at the vibration, stare at the mirror. I did that up in Camp Edna. I was with Raymond Mooney, and he had the Sacramento that was set up there in Camp Edna and sat in that room. And the quietness and the vibration of the quietness. It was just you, the mirror, and the darkened space. And after you allowed yourself to breathe, to put in the vibration, you would see things moving out of the mirror, moving through the space, allowing you to see it in 3D, like be able to envision the vibration. That was really, and that's what happens in a smaller space. What you're doing is you're building the energy, the ectoplasm, the energy for spirit to work with, the spirit lights that start to appear. I call it the spirit lights that flicker through the room when you're sitting in a darkened space. The etheric mist that appears in the room, that encuffs the room, that encuffs the vibration. Especially if you're in a smaller space, the energy gets stronger. It's like waves of energy moving towards you from the spirit side of life. So you want to get to that point. You want to get to that point of understanding, how do I work with meditation? How do I work with this? How am I going to be able to do this? And you should ask your guides. I tell people, ask your guides. They're there. They circle you. Is there something I missed, something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? And what you're doing is you're asking them. If you're asking, want to know what's the best meditation for you, you just ask them, say, okay, I want to do meditation. What do you guys think? What do you think? Then watch what appears in the vibration. What are your guides trying to show you at that moment, at that time, at that connection? What are they trying to show you? Then what you're doing is you're in the process of allowing them to help you. I've always found out, doing mediumship, doing my meditation, doing things in my life, it has never been me going off on my own, saying, I don't need you. I'm going to head off and I'm going to find this myself. I've always allowed them to help, to give me a focus, to point me in a direction that actually would work. That's what I asked them to do. I asked them to point me in a direction. That's what I asked them to do. And then I watch the repetition that appears in my life. If I say guided meditation in this class today, and you ask your guys, what's the best one for me? And you pick up a book that's about guided meditation. Somebody enters your life, they've got a guided meditation tape they want to give you. Different things that happen. Different things happen around guided meditation. Then you look at guided meditation, because that's where your guides are trying to focus you. Years ago, when I was meditating, and I was I feel like people know who Rampa is. Rampa is J.C. Knight. She trances Rampa. She's in Washington State. And I was majorly into Rampa and many years ago. I was majorly into Rampa. Still am. I still read Rampa's books. But the question is the vibration of Rampa. Is you allowing Rampa to help you? And I would ask Rampa stuff, and things would appear in my waking moments of Rampa doing things. The cutest story I have, I lived at a house here in Casadega, and I had just come back from a convention with Rampa, and I was getting a little, is Rampa really, is this woman really doing this? So I kind of sat on my front porch, I asked Rampa, I said, if you're up there, and you're following us, and you're sending us runners, you should do something. Do something. And while I was sitting on my front porch, up in the clouds, I could see the clouds start to move. And my name, Lewis, was up in the clouds. It was written in the clouds above my home. Just after that, a rainbow that appeared in my front yard went over my house and dropped into a place behind me where there was a Lakota Indian living there, and he saw the whole thing too, and he wanted to know what I was asking for. So I told him I was asking for Rampa to show me if he was really in that vibration, and I got my answer. I got my vibration. I got my answer. So when I was sitting there in a quiet, focused meditation, I was asking, show me. And that's why I feel like focused meditation works on. You can focus on love and gratitude, but focus on something. In the meditation, do it once a week, possibly twice a week. Focus on a candle. Focus on a flower. Put a flower in a vase. Put it in front of you. Focus on the vibration. Then once your mind wavers, oh, I got to go wash dishes, or I got to go do this, I got to do this, the kids are going to come home, blah, 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 blah. Bring your vibration, bring your focus back. You don't have to do it for hours. Do it as long as you feel comfortable sitting there doing it. But what you're doing with meditation is not just to meditate, to get in that quiet situation with meditation. It is to allow your guides to work with you and your higher self, your higher vibration. I have singing pyramids here in my home. I have the Buddha Maitreya pyramid. I have different things I have that make sound. Tuning forks. I have crystal pyramids that make sound and vibration to bring you to balance. I have them within my home, which bring you to balance. Ringing the bell, and allowing that to play music. There's so many ways to encourage mediumship, to encourage meditation. But when you start your meditation practice, sit as long as you feel comfortable. Somebody on the internet or somebody somewhere says, oh my God, you need to sit for a half hour or it's not going to work. Then don't listen to them. You listen as long as you feel comfortable sitting. Most of us probably can sit. We can probably sit for a little while. Some of us can't. We're kind of antsy. We've got to get up. We've got to move. We've got to go. Can't sit this long. So you sit as long as you feel comfortable sitting in the vibration. And I've taught in meditations, to work with meditations, is to find a place that you feel comfortable sitting. So you feel comfortable sitting. And then every day, go sit in that space. It isn't the meditation that's going to raise the energy. It will. But it's the psychometry of the space that you are meditating in. The more times you sit in that space, the stronger the energy will become. Stronger. I learned that many years ago here in Casadega. And years ago, before we started having all our services inside, we used to read out in the grove, called it the Grove Service. It was outside. And for almost 75 years, it was held out there. And that energy in that space was extraordinary. But the energy wasn't like that. I wasn't around when they first started. The energy wasn't that when it first started. It was this constant repetition of doing it in that space. It's the same thing up in Lilydale when you do your readings, or you do readings from the stump. Stump in the woods, the tree in the woods never had energy. It is them setting up the place, the theater, to do the readings from the stump, which made the readings more powerful because of the space. Your meditations will become extremely powerful for you because of the space that you are in, by raising the vibration of the energy, by having a crystal in the space and one live plant in the space. The crystal is going to be like a battery. It's going to recharge and reset whatever energy you put into it. The plant is like having 5 people meditate with you. So by having a clear crystal and a live plant in a room or in a space with you actually elevates the energy in the space before you even get there. Then having some music play in the space before you get to the space. Having some music play in the space to clear the energy, to clear the vibration, to set the energy at a high note before you even set yourself in that space. And then allow yourself to ask your guides. When I do mediumship or I speak to people about mediumship, it is you are talking and giving the readings, but during that time you're talking, you're having a conversation with spirit. When you're meditating, when you're getting quiet, you're having a conversation with your higher self, bringing yourself to a level that you need to be in the meditation, but also having a quiet conversation with your guides. Because they're all sat down in a meditative mode behind you. They're all sitting with you, meditating with you. They're sitting with you, watching you, encouraging you to go forward. If you don't see anything in your meditation, don't give up. Don't say, Lewis, I'm just going to give up. I don't see nothing. It's just darkness. Well, sometimes we have roadblocks within our systems. We have these little doorways that block us off, that throw us off balance, that block us off. And it might take a little bit of time to clear the debris off the road. And if we give up too quickly, when the debris is trying to be cleared, you're never going to get to where you need to be. And as I tell you, don't try to do it for a half hour, 45 minutes and go, oh my God, I'm not getting nothing. I've sat here for a half hour, 45 minutes. So as long as you feel comfortable, when you get ready, get up and go. And then what you do is you go into somewhere else and you go the next day. You sit down again. And timing works too, making the repetition of time with your guides. Today at 4 o'clock, sit and meditate. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, you sit, meditate again. You can do different meditations. Doesn't mean you have to do the same meditation day after day after day after day. Do a different meditation. Do something else. Then eventually you're going to fall onto something and go, I like that. I like that meditation. It works for me. So that's why there are so many different forms of meditation. There's so many different forms of it. It isn't like there's one form and, oh my God, that's it. There's a lot of forms of meditations for you to look at to get you in motion. My grandmother was very Catholic, and she had her rosaries. And she would sit there and pray. And she would do the rosary. She would sit there and pray. That has a lot to deal with this mindfulness meditation, by getting ourselves in that mindful meditation and transcendental, because we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So find what works for you. When I go in meditation, Spirit takes me places. They wander, they take me to different places to look at. And I kind of focus my intent of what I would like to see and what I would like to experience. Whether I want to go see loved ones, I want to go see my guides, I want to go see some place in the spirit world. I kind of set kind of a focus before I start. So I'm not running off. I hear it to people standing at the subway, not knowing where in New York to go, just standing there staring at the subway map. Never going anywhere, never getting on a subway, never going anywhere else, just standing at the subway map. So you want to try to tell your guys, you know, I'd really like to do this today. You know, I'd really like to do that. And then close your eyes and breathe and work on your breath. Start breathing with your breath. And then as you get into it, see yourself going down. I have a thing when I teach mediumship and I teach connecting to a higher self. It's just seeing yourself going down. Down a staircase. Down a mountain. Down. You're going down to get out. Down to get out. You're looking, when you count down, like when a hypnotherapist tells you, count from 10, count backwards. 10, 9, 8. You're counting yourself down. You're counting yourself down to get yourself out. So when you're meditating, see yourself walking down the stairs, walking down a path, walking down a hill, walking down, so that you can get inward into your vibrations. If you just keep going up, you're not in touch with anything. You're just flickering out there in the middle of nowhere. Focus your intent on your higher vibration, on your higher self, on your higher connection for you. And then what you're doing is, once you do that, then you allow yourself to move in a direction that works for you, that fits the vibration for you. I used to have a guide when I did a meditation many years ago. And I still have the meditation every once in a while. I'll focus my intent on it. But I appear above this city. And there's a guide there named TR. His name's TR. He stands there, all dressed in like this ivory coat. And he sits there and stares at me. And he'll talk to me. And he'll explain things from the spirit world. Now, from that vantage point on the other side, I can see a lot of other lights within the spirit world. But I see the lights of this city below me. And I've always explained to him during these meditations, why can't I go down? Because I can see people coming and going from the city, but I'm not allowed to go down. I asked him that for a while, and finally he said, you know, you're not ready to go into the city yet. You cannot go back. You cannot go in the city. You can stay outside of it. You cannot go into it until it is your time to cross to the spirit world. Then you can enter the city. But I said, well, people are leaving the city. They said, people are traveling to other dimensions, other places of existence. They have come, announced themselves here at their personal city, allowed themselves to find where they need to be, and they venture forth, whether they come back here to the earth plane, venture off to another dimension, another place of existence, but they venture off. And I would go there every once in a while, and I'll sit on that bench above the city in a meditation. But I always take in where I'm sitting. Has the grass been cut? Are there different lights in the sky that I haven't seen before? Is different things going on that I haven't envisioned before? Is Spirit trying to show me something? See, this is, I already know the city. I know people are coming from the city. I know TR. He is going to stand there every time I go. I know different lights I've seen around the city and off in the distance. But what I do when I go into meditations, I look for what my guides are trying to show me. Did I get there a different way? Did something else show up that I haven't seen before? That is what I look for. When you start a meditation, you're going down a set of stairs. Are they wood stairs? Are they stone stairs? Are they concrete? What kind of stairs are they? What are they made of? When you get to the base of the stairs, are you on solid ground? Did you walk off on dirt? Concrete? Are you on cobblestones? Where did you get when you came to the bottom? What was there? Did someone light a candle? Is there a tiki torch? Or is it just a candle? All these things have meanings. They have meanings to your energy field because it is you envisioning this. So when you start putting all this together and keeping track of it, if you see, I had a lady not long ago in her vibration, and she not too long ago in her vibration, and she sat in the auric field, and she had this dream of this gondola, and she had a dream of it, and she had it in her meditation, and she kept seeing this red gondola. That's what it was, red gondola. And she would ask me, she said, what's the gondola mean? I said, well, it's got to have some kind of meaning for you, dear. It does nothing to do with my vibration because you were envisioning it. She got behind a line. There's a grocery store. The guy in front of her had a red gondola on his shirt. Looked at her, said she should buy a lottery ticket. She bought the lottery ticket, and she won quite a bit of money, but it was Spirit's way of getting her attention to get her to where she needs to be. So that's what we're doing in our meditations. We're clearing the vibration. In meditation, you're really rebooting yourself. You're rebooting the energy within your being. That's what you're doing. You're rebooting the vibration. You're rebooting it to get yourself to where you need to be. You're clearing out all the debris, all the boxes and stuff in your vibration that over years you placed somewhere in your auric field, in your space, and probably haven't been marked. You don't know what's in the box. And meditation is to clear the boxes, to rearrange the shelves, to clear the energy, to help with your health, to help with your balance, to help with your connection to the spirit world. And meditation works in that direction. So to find your inward balance, you have to figure out where your health is, where your being is, where your connection to your being is. So that meditation you do for body scanning, for love and gratitude, for mindfulness. These different meditations that you do is to clear the energy, to clear the vibration, to clear it. When I teach mediumship, and I teach people how people in our lives, in our day-to-day life, can come into our auric field and not shut our chakras down, but slow them down enough that could disrupt our being. And people can do that just by being in our space, by moving too quickly within our space. So I teach people how to use a pendulum to change that vibration, to always check the energy within your system. And the symbols of what Spirit's showing you. It's not always the exact thing, but you could see a blue butterfly and go, whew, my grandfather used to collect blue butterflies, but I see a blue butterfly. Things can happen in a meditation or in a dream state that actually has something to do with a relative that's passed to Spirit's life. Or it has an inner vibration for you to clear something out of yours, to move something, to rearrange a box, to reset something. And if it keeps appearing, it means your guides really want you to look at it. Like even on waking moments in your life, if it keeps appearing in the vibration, your guides really want you to look at it. They want you to really say, yep, yeah, I should probably pay attention to that. Especially if they keep hitting you with it. They keep looking at your vibration and hitting you with it. Because guides have a way of getting it, they'll quietly usher the vibration into your life. Then all of a sudden, through that vibration, they'll try to move you in the direction you need to move. Sometimes we move in our lives because we need to move there to affect other people's lives. Or we need to move there to pull other people with us. But Spirit guidely tries to direct us in a direction. Now, they give us all the power that we need in our lives to understand that we need to be there. But if we don't take in subtle judgments of the movements within our lives, Spirit just drags us, kicking and screaming, but we're still going to go to where they wanted us to be, because we had to affect others, or we had to be there so other people could affect us. The question is it's all, meditation is to find that purpose in our life. We're looking for the inward balance, but we're always looking for that purpose in our lives. Why am I still here? Why am I still working this job? Why am I still in this relationship? Why am I still doing this? We're asking ourselves those questions all the time. Why am I here? Why did I show up here? Why am I doing this in this lifetime? And Spirit will show you. Spirit will have that strong connection in directing you in that direction. Some of us want other people to come help us, come get us to where we need to be. But it isn't the other people that are going to get you there. They'll give you the information, the vibration, but they will not put you there. They will give you all the information for you to achieve that vibration for yourself. So by breathing through your third eye, by understanding how to breathe through your third eye, and just breathe through it, just practice. Allowing the pineal and the hypothalamus to secrete within your glandular system. All the glandular system is hooked together. The thyroid, the gallbladder, all these things are hooked together. And as they secrete, when you're doing mediumship work or you're connecting to higher sense of consciousness, these things are secreting. That's why people get high or they get to a higher situation within their life because they meditate or they're doing readings. They're going to a higher vibration. So it's going to secrete this energy within the person's body. So you're kind of trying to get it to open, trying to get that door to open. And some of us through our lives, we've kind of nailed the door shut. And it takes a while for some people to really understand how to open the door, how to get the door open, because we've nailed it shut so tight that there's a lot of work to try to push it open. I learned that when I have children in my classes. Children can see Spirit right away. They pretty much have a pretty good idea what Spirit looks like and what Spirit's doing, as long as we allow them to be them. But it's the older people in my class, the ones that are older, that were told not to do it. It was terrible, don't do that, don't meditate, don't do this, don't do that, what are you doing that for, what are you doing this for? It was this whole vibration of us locking the door, afraid that we were doing something that we shouldn't be doing. So what you need to do is kind of, if you're older, you haven't meditated, you haven't done it on a regular basis, take the 8-week test. Find a place in your home. Put a crystal out. Put a life plan out there. Find your little chair, your little space that you're going to meditate. Take a picture of the space, once you get it set. Take a picture of it. Then you start meditating, sitting there every day at the same time for 8 weeks. In about 4 weeks, go back just about the time you're going to meditate. Take a picture of the space. What you're going to see in that space is orbs. You're going to see spirit lights. You're going to see energy within that space. You're going to see it because you're building the energy within that space. It's all psychometry. That's what it is. So you're going to build the energy within that space. And the longer you sit in that space, what I say 8 weeks, because when you have seances and different things that people are doing seances, they do them for 8 weeks. And then they allow other people to come into the class with the agreement of the group. So it takes 8 weeks for the group to build the energy to allow other people to come in and join the group. So you're doing it for 8 weeks. So you're going to allow other energies to come in and join the group. But you're doing it for 8 weeks to clear, to balance, to get yourself to where you need to be. So this understanding of how to do it. There's a lot of teachers out there teaching mediumship, teaching mediumship, they're teaching meditation, they're teaching this stuff. And what I really want you to do is find that path, that journey within your being. Not because it serves. We might have this whole energy in our life saying, oh, Jesus, I should do that. That's not the space that you need to be. You don't have to do that to be a medium. You don't have to do that to do this work. What you have to do is find what works for you. How you communicate. Maybe you just go on walking meditations and you just walk. That's your meditation for the day. Go take the dog for a walk. You're doing your walking meditation. Take your dog for a walk at the same time every night. You're doing your walking meditation. You're speaking to Spirit. You're speaking to God. You're speaking. And when you're doing affirmations, I do a lot of affirmations during my meditations. When I'm getting quiet, I'm doing my affirmations. I'm clearing the energy. I'm clearing the vibration. I'm clearing past doubts. I'm clearing past energies, past situations in my life. I'm clearing them through affirmations, through repetition of situations in my life. So it's almost like a mantra I'm doing in my vibration. I'm doing a mantra, like a transcendental meditation. I'm doing a mantra, and I'm doing it over and over and over and over again. So I'm clearing the energy. I'm putting new energy in the shelves. Think of when you do transcendental meditation and you're doing a mantra. The mantra you keep reinforcing. You keep saying the same mantra. You keep saying the same vibration. What it does is it clears the energy. It clears things off the shelf that no longer needs to be there. It replaces them with the mantra or the vibration you are putting into the vibration. It replaces it with that. Now, you might not know, like, oh, Jesus, I don't think I have anything to get rid of. Well, we all have to go. We all have kind of, the guide out here told me one time, people here where you live, they're not hoarders, they're stackers. I think a lot of us are stackers. We just stack things on top of other boxes, and we never really understand what's in the bottom boxes until we go into meditation or a clearing state or a vibration within our life to clear it, to allow it to go. Is there anything in my life that I should get rid of, that I should let go of, that I should understand that does not work for me well? Could you please show it to me? You find some way to ask your guides to clear it for you, to show you. Now, some people want thunder of God to come down and be there. No, it's usually like breadcrumbs. It's usually like following the breadcrumbs, follow the vibration, follow the energy, follow the situations your guides are dragging you. Because it's not, they have to get you probably to somebody else. They will introduce you to somebody else. Will introduce you to somebody else, and that person will have the answer you're looking for. But you have to make that journey through all these situations to get to where you need to be. So it's kind of watching the vibration, watching how it works, how it fits the auric field. Listen to yourself. Listen to you. And that's the best thing I can tell people in our meditations and working for inward balance. Does it work for you? Does it fit you? We have people that come out for readings in Casadega, and they'll sit for 45 minutes. And they tell me that, oh my God, Lou, that reading I got from someone, it was awful. It was awful. Well, why did you sit for 45 minutes? Why did you allow that energy to propel itself within your vibration for 45 minutes? It's a responsibility in our lives to understand that what energy do you want in your life? What do you want propelling itself towards you? That's with the transcendental, the mantra meditations. You're changing what appears on the shelf. What meditation does, and my grandmother told me this, what meditation does is it takes the shop that you were born with. It puts the brown paper up in the windows. It redoes the shop. It resets the shop. It rebrands the shop. And when you're ready, you take the off the front windows so people can see the new shop, the new vibration that you have put in motion. And what we're doing with this is we're kind of letting spirit clean, to clear, to re-envision the vibration around us. I've had meditations that have taken me to, I assume, the four corners of the universe. And every meditation for me is, some of them are the same. Some of them take me to talk to my guides and Jeff and my different guides. But a lot of meditations take me to different places, different vibrations. And maybe that's because I do Lucerne, and Lucerne talks through me and work through me. But during that time period, I'm off somewhere else. Spirit has allowed me to go see something else during those periods that Lucerne is working through me. So I have this whole envision of understanding now that I didn't have before, of clearing, of underdoing. And I'm not anywhere near completely cleared the shelves yet. Because no matter who we are, how spiritual or how connected we are, we always have people and situations that come in our lives, and before we know it, they've dropped something off, and they've run for the hills. But little to our knowledge, there's a new box that's been placed in our vibration. And our guides are there to show us that box, to show us that situation, and allow us to clear it. Sometimes Spirit cannot come in and just clear it for you. They have to have you allow you free will and choice. Free will and choice. So is your free will and choice to have what you need in your life, or what do you need in your vibration? Because I've had some major teachers in my life in meditations, and all kinds of different meditations, all kinds of different situations within my life to get me to where I needed to be. So, and I picked one that worked for me. It was just music. I had a teacher tell me, oh no, it needs to be quiet. You need to be in the quiet. Well, I like that slow piano music playing in the background. It kind of gets me to balance. And maybe that's because I've used that music in my life for most of the time that I've meditated. So I like having it play slightly in the background. Slightly in the background. But you might like quiet. I do like quiet every once in a while when I'm focusing on doing mantras. So it's according to what kind of meditation or vibration you're going to be doing. And the thought, the vibration is focusing. When you're doing mediumship or you're doing meditation, get yourself a plant. Get yourself something that you sit out in front of you. Whether it's a candle, a plant, a flower, I don't care. Something. And then take some time just to stare at it. Now, if your mind wavers, bring it back to what you're staring at. Just bring it back. Keep bringing it back so you can focus, so you can stay focused for a little bit instead of allowing your guides to take over. I have individuals I teach. I have no control, Lou. I have no control. Spirit controls me. No, they don't. We're allowing Spirit to control us. We allow them to do that. It's not like they're just controlling us. We're allowing them to do that through situations and things on the shelf. If you have a lot of junk on the shelf and they're attracted to the junk on the shelf, you might have some stuff here. But if you clear, only bring your highest and best. Everything is my highest and best and nothing else. Highest and best. Not somebody else's highest and best. Your highest and best. My highest and best and nothing else. You're not allowing other things to be here. And we should do that. Highest and best and nothing else. Do that at least twice a month. At least twice a month, you should ask your guides, is there something I missed, something I should have done, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? At least twice a month. Allow them to go back and clear things, bring it to your attention. If there's something back there that you had see, that you haven't been able to see, they'll bring it to your attention. And then you want them to clear the shelf, everything for your highest and best, nothing else. Allow the shelves to be cleared. Because at times in our lives, we want to be Mother Teresa. We want to be this Florence Nightingale. We want to help. We want to encourage. And sometimes we do that. People leave stuff in our vibration. They leave stuff. Insecurity, situations within our lives. And it's back there. And it just throws us a little off balance. That's where you're at, your guides. You're allowing yourself to clear the energy. Doesn't mean you can't be in service. It means that you're not here to service the box for the rest of your life. I had my brothers, and things happened when we were kids, and a lot of things happened. Terrible things happened. But they allowed that to propel themselves in their life throughout their life. They never let it go. They never unpacked the box. They never let it go. It was always the same story. The same record was playing how bad it was, instead of how possibly good it was. And they used to get upset with me when I would say, well, maybe it was how good it was. They said, oh, no, it was bad. Yeah, but our connection with this whole situation brought us to where we are. It didn't stop us. It brought us to where we are, allowing us to move forward from here. Because everything that's happened in your life is there for a purpose. Sometimes we might not like the journey. We might not like the way of travel. But it was a purpose to get us to where we need to be. And that's why I always explain to people, ask your guides, is there something I missed, something I should see, something I should put in motion? Please show it to me. Lucerne showed that to me years ago. And I always ask my guides at least every couple of weeks, something I'm not quite seeing here, could you please show it to me? And allow them to work in that direction. You can have a medium tell you that you're grounded, that you're ungrounded, that you're this, that you're that. And sure, ungrounded people get a better view of the path. They get a better view, a higher view, a vibration. Think of a path in your life, and the plants have grown up about 8 foot. Now, if you're only 5'10", 5'11", you're not going to see over the top of the path. You're not going to see over the top of those bushes. You're only going to get a view through the bushes and down the path. Grounded. Ungrounded. Above the top of the bushes. Even though you're still walking on the path, you're ungrounded. But you're getting this panoramic view of what's going on around you. And we all change from grounded to ungrounded as we need to, as when we need to get a better view of the path ahead of us. We need a better view. And it's the repetition within our lives, repetition within our lives. If you keep seeing something in a meditation, then there's a reason you keep seeing it. There's a reason why Spirit has brought that. It's not because it's just like, oh, that's just cute, it's really nice. No. There's a reason why that appeared in your vibration. So when you're doing meditation, when you're connecting to your higher self, ask your guides, is there a certain meditation that I should be doing? Could you please show me? Then watch. What starts to appear in your life? What do people show you? If you ask guides to clear something and somebody says, oh, this has happened to me, and it keeps going on, you go, oh my God, I had that happen to me. Same thing happened to me. Very good possibility that your guides want you to clear that, want you to get rid of it, want you to move that. No, it does no longer in service for you. So whatever you do in meditations for your inner balance, your higher self, your inner balance within your life, you're just learning to balance. We might never, any of us, actually get it right. We might never through our whole lifetime get it right because we have to work with this energy, this bodily form. Instead of our spiritual form, we're in this body. So we might not get it perfect, but we're going to do our best to try to get it as right as we can. So meditate, get quiet, find your space, find your vibration within your life, and ask your guides. Talk to them. Don't be afraid to speak to them. They're there at your call. You want to speak to them, they'll be right there speaking to you. So allow yourself to speak to them. And I just want you to really find your balance within your life. Find that vibration within your balance, within your life. Because the inward balance is something that we need to do. We need to do in our life, that inward balance within our vibration. But remember, next week, we're going to be back on this channel again because it downloads better to YouTube. It just downloads better. But remember, next week, we're going to be letting go of fear. And I give you a lot of really good ways to let go of fear, let go of the vibration of fear in your life, and allowing that to go, because that's the only thing that keeps us stopped in life, the fear of making something happen, the fear of going somewhere, the fear of doing something. Fear of giving a good reading, the fear of doing something is what holds us back, a lot of us back in our lives. And I'm going to give you a lot of tips next week of how to get rid of fear, how to allow it to move out of your vibration and move to a higher sense of consciousness. And I want to thank you for tuning in today. And remember, we're probably not going to have any conference call on just before Christmas and just before New Year's, because it falls right on almost those two holidays. So we're probably not going to have anything those 2 days. So other than that, we're doing it this week, and then we're going into the month of January and just keep on going. And we're going to be here on free conference call the rest of the time. All right? Thank you. And let me just take us out of...
Thank you.